On This Week Reaction, Special K had something to say to the Passport Traveler. Let's get into it.
Meet the Passport Traveler from Detroit, Michigan. She's a beautiful elderly woman with energy and strength like a teenager. She doesn't take no mess and will chew you alive. She moved to Ghana to live her best life and enjoy the rest of her years. She will move back to America when she turns 100. Give it up for her. Meet KNK Squad. From Washington, D.C., she is ghetto fabulous. Hood by day, classy by night, moved to Ghana to explore her roots and been complaining since she landed in 2020. She is super ready for any debate. Give it up for her.
Hello, everybody. So, let me tell y'all know I live in Ghana. Been here since March 10th, 2021. I do go back home to the U.S., but Ghana is my home. So I'm gonna tell y'all 5 things I love about Ghana. One, like I said before, I love my freedom. I love the fact that I can do anything I want to do here almost, and nobody cares at all. Like in Ghana, everybody minds their business. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like you don't see people in other people's business. You don't hear people gossiping. They don't want to hear about it. That's one. My freedom to just be who I want to be and do what I want to do. In a place where if I don't want to wear a bra, nobody gives a shit. Where breastfeeding is open and natural and nobody blinks an eye, nobody looks twice. That's one.
Okay, KNK Squad, let's get into it. Y'all know what grinds me and grinds my gears every time Passport Traveler talk? I love Ghana. I love my freedom. Nobody cares what I do. Girl, shut up. Of course nobody cares what you do. You ain't doing nothing. You sitting in the house, eating your kalawali, washing your clothes by hand, walking to the market, smiling at the goats. Who gonna care about that? Talking about, I have freedom. Ma'am, that's not freedom. That's just being boring and unproblematic. Okay? Try to start a business, challenge corruption, or refuse to pay a bribe, and then you see how free you feel when your paperwork disappears in 6 months. Another thing, she keeps saying nobody cares what I do, like that's a flex. Baby, if I wanted nobody to care about me, I could stay in America and be ignored by my neighbors for free. It just annoys me because she out here painting Ghana like some Disneyland. Sis, Ghana will humble you fast. Freedom where? You can't even record police checkpoints without getting arrested. So yeah, her saying nobody cares what I do annoys me because it's given I'm here being quiet, invisible, unbothered, and loving it. That's it. Meanwhile, the rest of us out here fighting electricity, water, and human decency.
2, I love how the men are men here. The men are whole men. Like they're not gonna be sitting down playing PlayStation all day, Xbox, Game Boy, or whatever, whatever the games are. No, they're not sitting up smoking blunts all day. They do smoke weed, but they just not. They seem to be more into working and hustling than anything and taking care of their families. I love to see how they take care of their families. Fathers are fathers, mothers are mothers, and there is no in between.
Child. She talking about men here are men. They don't sit around playing video games. They hard working for their family. Mothers are mothers and fathers are fathers. Child, let's react to it because this right here, this got on my nerves. First of all, girl, stop. You act like African men are magical creatures out here herding cows at sunrise, chopping wood with their bare hands, then coming home to build huts with no shirt on, glistening with shea butter. No, ma'am. Yes, men are hardworking because they have to. Most don't have electricity to sit around and play PlayStation 5 all day, even if they wanted to. So let's really clock some tea. But let's not act like all these men are kings, providing for their families with no stress. Half of them work hard, yes. The other half, they working women hard. You know what happens to me. They got 4 baby mothers, no child support, no plan. But yeah, men are men. Girl, bye. And that mothers are mothers and fathers are fathers talk. You just mean gender roles are strict. That doesn't mean everyone doing what they're supposed to do. Like you will see mothers carrying a baby on their back and water on their head and food on their shoulders while the daddy is sitting under the tree with his friends all day laughing and drinking beer. I see it every day. But yeah, men are men. And you know what else annoys me? Because it's giving fairy tale. Like, sis, open your eyes. Matter of fact, open your third eye. Yes, some African men are hardworking providers. But don't act like there's no lazy men here too. They just don't have a PlayStation to show it.
Third thing I love about Ghana is it's affordable. Now, when you start living off CDs, Ghana is not necessarily cheap, but it's affordable, and it's way more affordable than the United States. Food is cheaper. For instance, you can get a mango. You can get 6 mangoes for 6 CDs. That's like 60 cents for 6 mangoes total. The sour sop is about 25 CDs, which is roughly $2.50 for one humongous sour sop like that. You cannot get that in the U.S. whatsoever.
Let's clock some tea real quick. You can get 6 mangoes for 6 CDs. I like that. But baby, that doesn't mean Ghana is affordable. That just means mangoes grow on every tree out here. Try buying rice, oil, chicken, diapers, gas, rent, Wi-Fi. Then come and tell me if Ghana is cheap. Mangoes is cheap because they everywhere. Avocados is cheap because it's everywhere. But stuff that you actually need to survive, like electricity, the prices is sky high. Fuel sky high. Rent is crazy. You paying 1 or 2 years up front or you sleeping outside. It's given I came to Ghana for vacation and brought fruit, and now I think I'm a budgeting guru. Girl, yes, mangoes are cheap, but are you living off mangoes? Because life here ain't sweet. So when it comes to real cost of living, let's really talk about it.
4, what I love about Ghana is, I like the fact that I can go to the ocean whenever I feel like it. I love that I can walk out of my door if I want to walk and go to the ocean if I want to walk, or I can call my driver to come get me and just go out and go straight to the ocean. There's no parking fee, no interest fee, none of that. 24/7, free ocean water, free from God. That's 4.
Y'all, she really out here flexing free ocean assets like it's a major life achievement. Because this is giving I live in paradise and y'all don't energy. When in reality, girl, she said, I can go to the ocean anytime I want. No entry fee, no parking fee. It's 24/7. First of all, I gotta sit up for this one. First of all, girl, yes, the ocean is free. And it's free everywhere in the world. Ain't nobody charging you to sit in the sand and watch the water move. But what she not saying is, half of these beaches is dirty, covered in trash, smell like old fish and shit. And yeah, it's open 24/7. But you gonna be sitting there at night with mosquitoes biting your ankles, stray dogs sniffing you, and tide water taking your wig off? Like what? You ain't out there all night? This is what annoys me though. She keep flexing the most basic stuff like it's luxury. Yes, sis, the beach is free. But is there a clean bathroom? Is there security? Is it decent roads to get there? Or are you just squatting in the bush hoping you don't step on broken glass? Like really, let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way 100, okay? I can go to the ocean anytime too. But guess what? I don't want to sit on no dirty beach with flies just to say I'm free. Girl, bye.
Okay. Number 5, I'm an animal lover. I love animals. I love nature, and the animals come with that. I love when the cows walk down the street and they're grazing. It's like 20, 30, 40 of them walking down the street, just eat. They go across the street and they eat all the, the weeds or whatever out the fields. I love that cats and dogs get along. I've never in 5 years seen a dog attack a cat. Never. The crocodiles, they're touchable. They live amongst the people. I like that. Snakes, I've learned here that we are not the snake's food. So I don't really have a fear for snakes, but like I said, I don't fool with them like that. I just don't fear them like I fear these other little creatures walking around here. So I love the freedom of being around the animals. I love the goats that walk the street and come up to me. I love that part of it. Now, mind you, I'm a city girl. I come from the city of Detroit. Detroit was the Motor City, Motown. It all started there. So all of this is new to me, but this village life, I absolutely love. And just in case y'all forgot, I live in the city of Elmina, Ghana.
She said, I love Ghana because I can see cows, dogs, cats, crocodiles, and all types of animals. First of all, you talking about seeing cows and ghosts like it's some magical safari experience. Yes, sis, you're going to see cows. You're going to see ghosts walking down the street like they paying taxes. You're going to see chickens crossing the road like they got errands to run. And crocodiles. Child, those crocodiles in Ghana is tied up for tourists, barely moving, looking depressed. Ain't nobody out here living with crocodiles like it's Moana. This is what annoys me though. She keep romanticizing poverty and rural life like it's cute. Yes, you see animals everywhere because there's no proper zoning. Cows walking in traffic. Ghosts eating out trash. Chickens sleeping in gutters. That's not National Geographic. That's a struggle. Meanwhile, people living here trying to get away from all that. They trying to build fences so they can stop the cows from eating their plants. They trying to keep the ghosts from digging in the trash. But here she go. I love seeing cows and goats. Okay, sis, then take one home.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Anyway, thank you, squad, for coming to our funny debate. That's my reaction. She be acting like she living in Wakanda while the rest of us out here seeing the real Ghana. But hey, if her dream is working for her, let her live. For me, I'm going to keep her telling the truth and keeping it real.